This conference.
Great. Welcome to this session on Snap 2020 strategy. This is slightly early for us to conduct this session, but the reason we are conducting this session at this point of time in the month of July is is the fact that what we observe is most of you end up ending focusing on say a wrong set of topics at a higher priority, which at times makes you lose out at those topics which were relatively easier as well as had higher representation in the exam. So if you are one who is say also aiming for colleges like SIBM Pune, SMHRD Pune, and are going to take snap examination for that, just this session is going to help you to understand that what's the kind of overlap there is with the important topics from CAT, so that you can plan your preparation accordingly. Also, we will be taking up some of the top colleges which accept snap score, so that when the application process starts in the month of August September, you are very well aware of the colleges you should apply for, and you do not miss any college which otherwise could have been in your radar. So that's the purpose of this session. Going forward, as we will move ahead, we will be having a lot of sessions across different examinations, so you don't need to worry on that front. Let's start. Uh, before we get into the important topics, it's very important for all of you to understand and know that GK is no more the part of examination. It used to be the part of SNAP examination till 2018. In 2019, GK has been removed from the examination, and the pattern was taken more towards the CAT pattern, where the cont section had the combination of MCQ and non-MCQ questions, and each and every question of LR and verbal section was of 1.5 marks each. So LR and VA section, they had all MCQ based questions, while the cont section had MCQ and non-MCQ. MCQ in cont section was of 1 mark each, and the non-MCQ of section was of 2 marks each. Atul will come to the colleges later on. First, let's talk about the examination. So, as I said, this is the broad level thing which you need to remember. First of all, for Snap, that this is how it's going to be in the pattern if the pattern of last year continues. And as I said, the comment section is going to have total of 40 questions, out of which 35 would be MCQ and 5 will be non-MCQ. MCQ 1 mark each, non-MCQ 2 mark each, 25% negative for MCQ questions, no negative marking for non-MCQ. LR section is going to have 36 questions, and verbal section is going to have 34 questions. Again, I repeat, this is the pattern which was there in SNAP 2019, and if no change is made, we expect the same pattern to continue. So overall, 110 questions are there in the examination, which you need to attempt in 120 minutes, taking the total marks to 150 marks. Another important thing to remember is there is no sectional cutoff in a SNAP examination, so you don't need to worry about the sectional cutoffs. What you need to focus upon is maximizing your overall score when it comes to SNAP examination. So it's a very rare exam where there is no sectional cutoff, so you should take the entire benefit out of it and ensure to maximize your score using your strong areas and not be bothered a lot about your weaker section. Now, this is a very important screen which is visible to you right now. When it comes to Snap, please remember that number system is going to have a very less weightage. You can ignore it for a while unless you have already mastered the topic of number system. It's not at all important, in the sense that 11 to 14 questions in the con section are going to be from arithmetic. When I say arithmetic, I refer to topics like percentage, profit and loss, mixture allegations, averages, simple interest, compound interest, time, speed, distance, time and these 7 to 8 topics are going to comprise of 11 to 14 questions in the examination, and most of them are going to be easy or moderate. So you have some easy pickings when it comes to arithmetic in Snap. Data interpretation, 6 to 8 questions. Very simple data reading, doing basic calculations around it. Tables, bar graphs, line graphs, pie charts. That's the 4 data representations which they are going to give you. Data interpretation, 6 to 8 questions. PNC and probability, 4 to 5 questions. Geometry, 6 to 7 questions. Algebra, 4 to 5 questions. Number system typically comes with 2 to 3 questions. So that's where it does not feature in this list for con topics. When I say algebra, you should remember that what all topics come under algebra. Algebra refers to linear equations, quadratic equations, functions and graphs, and inequalities and modulus. That's a set of topics which get into algebra. Maximum questions will come from functions and graphs, quadratic, and inequalities. That's what algebra will comprise of majorly. So from quant perspective, this is the breakup. Data interpretation in Snap is the part of quant section only. Coming to verbal, vocabulary plays a very important role, 12 to 14 questions. How to prepare vocabulary? There is a vocab ebook in your course. Once you are done with that, you can Google for GRE high frequency word list PDF. Do those words as well. These two things would take care of your maximum part of vocabulary. There is no need to start working on world power made easy if you have already not completed 75 to 80% of it. There is no point of starting world power made easy at this point of time. It has very less ROI in terms of the invested time and the questions you may get if you have studied world power made easy. So vocabulary 12 to 14 questions, reading comprehension 8 to 10 questions. Again, remember, out of 8 to 10 questions of reading comprehension, at least 5 would be very factual based questions. Only 3 to 4 will be say inference based questions. So RCs are again a easy picking when it comes to snap examination. Then there will be 4 to 6 questions from grammar and prepositions, and there will be 2 to 4 questions from figure of speech. So we will be providing you videos on figure of speech. Figure of speech is an important topic from Snap perspective. You will get 2 to 4 questions where majorly you need to identify the figure of speech. When it comes to LR, very even distribution across a lot of topics, but 3 topics which we can pull out as the most important LR topics. These are arrangements and selections, from which you expect 6 to 8 questions. Blood relations family tree, expect 3 to 4 questions. Critical reasoning or say verbal reasoning, you will find 4 to 6 questions. Rest, all other topics will have 1 to 2, 1 to 2, 1 to 2 questions each. So you cannot differentiate among them a lot. But the top 3 topics will be these when it comes to the LR section. So this is a list of some of the most important topics of Snap across the 3 sections. And if you would see, there is a good overlap with your CAT preparation also when it comes to Snap. And the only part which you need to say study is significantly different from CAT is the LR part, because most of things like say blood relations, family tree, these are the kind of questions which you don't get in CAT LR anymore. So it's important for you to keep this distribution in your mind, plan your preparation accordingly. There is no logical DI in Snap, there is logical DI in CAT. CAT is the only examination which gives you logical DI. Understood, everyone? Shall we move ahead? I'll open the house for taking up your questions later on. So this is the list of important topics which you need to remember. I'll be sharing this video anyway with you. Expected Snap cutoff out of 150 marks. SIBM Pune is the top ranked college under Snap. Then the second best college under Snap is SMHRD Pune. Their cutoffs are on your screen. Again, this is a tentative cutoff based on the average of last 4 to 5 years. It may vary a bit, but typically it stands in the same range, which is there on your screen. So as I always say, if you can score 60% marks or say 65% marks in any examination, you don't need to worry about the cutoff. No examination will have a cutoff of more than 65%. So if you can score that much, you are good enough to get the call from any of the colleges which accept those scores. Yes, none of these colleges have any sectional cutoff, Atul. SIBM Pune, SMHRD Pune, SIBM Pune average package around 14 to 15 lakhs. SMHRD Pune again in the range of 12 to 13 lakhs. Pretty good colleges. SIBM Pune is very well known for marketing, followed by HR. SMHRD Pune is the third best college for HR after your TIS and XLRI. So that's how good SMHRD is, and that's how good SIBM Pune is. If you will say pull out top 10 marketing colleges of India, you will find SIBM Pune featuring in it. So these two colleges must apply. Then comes come your backup. As a backup, you can apply for SIIB Pune, SIBM Bangalore. Then come other colleges like SIOM Nasik. SIOM Nasik is majorly for MBA in operations. SCIT Pune, SITM, SIMS, these three colleges at the end, and SIMC and SIHS. SIHS is majorly focused on healthcare, uh, and SIMC is majorly focused on media and communications. So SIMC is usually put up as a backup for those people who want to go into media and advertising, and they are majorly aiming for a college like MICA. So they put SIMC as a backup option. But say if you are looking out for a typical MBA program, and you are ready to only go for the best colleges, and you don't want to go for say slightly tier 2 colleges, you can just apply for SIBM Pune, SMHRD Pune. The first list of backup for in your case should be SIIB Pune and SIBM Bangalore. If you are coming from electrical, mechanical or civil background and you want to do MBA in operations, probably you can keep SIOM Nasik as your backup. So that's how you should approach while applying for colleges during your SNAP registration. You need to pay extra fee for every college you apply. So the examination fee of SNAP is different, the college fee is different. This again, most of you are already the part of our courses, so I won't emphasize on this thing. But we do offer a dedicated SNAP coaching course and a SNAP mock test series course, and we have had some good results in past. So if you are taking our mock tests of SNAP, you don't need to worry. We will be providing you good enough content for SNAP as well to take care of your SNAP preparation. That was the end of the session from my side. I'll open up the session for Q&A. Any of your queries, please feel free to ask me. The package in SIMC Mauli will be in the range of 6 to 7 lakhs. SIBM for marketing, MICA for advertising. So, ideally, if you want to get into marketing, you should be applying for both the colleges, Aditi, at this point of time. And then once you have, say, converted both, prefer SIBM, but MICA is no less when it comes to marketing. Brand management is not a specialization in SIBM. Brand management is a profile which is offered on campus in SIBM. Yes. If you talk about MICA, brand management is a specialization as well, and it's again offered on campus. Ronit, with 5 years experience in finance, I will suggest you to only apply for SIBM Pune. Shibashish, the level of difficulty is slightly higher. So for example, if TISNET difficulty level is 4 on the scale of 10, SNAP will be around 6.5, and MAT will be 7, CAT will be 8, and ZAT will be 9. I'm just going back to the queries from the top so that I don't miss anyone. Tushar, for MBA in finance, SIBM Pune. SIBM Pune is the only college which you should apply, as I suggested to Ronit also. What should be the ideal strategy while applying, while attempting SNAP mocks? So Atul, it would be to start off with your strongest section first, then move to your moderate, and then move to your weakest section. That's how you should plan, especially considering the fact that SNAP does not have any sectional cutoff. PS, please check the respective college websites to know the fee for SIB and SMHRD. They will be in the range of 17 to 20 lakhs. Karishma, as I said, if you are weak in quant and especially say if you are preparing for testnet and you want to extend your preparation for an exam like SNAP, focus the most on arithmetic and DI. If you can focus the most on arithmetic and DI and get almost 100% accuracy there, and then probably you can do good in LR and verbal, you should be all good. So from the perspective of a person who is weak in quant, it's very important to ace arithmetic and DI. Take as much time as possible, even if it requires 2 months. Put all the 2 months to ace arithmetic and DI. Only then move to any other quant topic. Because if you can do arithmetic and DI, you can crack both testnet quant and snap quant with very, very ease. Ronit, only SIBM Pune with 5 years of experience. For a fresher or for a person with up to 2 years of experience, I will suggest SIBM Bangalore. But with 5 years of experience, SIBM Bangalore will not do justice to you. Pranav, top colleges for operation. The number one college in India for MBA in operations is NITI Mumbai. That is followed by IIT Bombay and SP Jain Mumbai. These are the top three colleges for operations in India. The number four would be IIM Calcutta, and then come the other colleges. Chandan, there is only one dedicated college for healthcare in SNAP, and that is SIHS. SNAP colleges, they consider only class 10th marks and 12th marks at the time of interview conversion. They do not give any specific weightage while giving the calls. The calls are purely based out of your written examination score. Pratap, after MCOM, you can go for any other college. No MBA college is dependent upon your graduation background. There is no scholarship as such unless it's anything which you want to request separately. There is no scholarship as such. These are private colleges. They don't offer you scholarships. Shivashish, you can apply for any college if you are coming from IT background. Flame University is not good at all. No, I will never suggest you to go for Flame University. The top HRM colleges, the top two colleges are XLRI and TIS, followed by SMHRD and SIBM Pune, and then comes MDI Gurgaon, and then comes XIMB HRM. Ronit, you should go for CAT, you should go for ZAT, you should go for SNAP. These are the three must-go exams for you. Atul, work experience is not given a separate weightage. It will come handy at the time of personal interview. Again, let us please restrict the questions to SNAP and SNAP colleges. Let's not get into other colleges. We will and other courses. We will get into those discussions, in separate sessions. MDI Gurgaon gives you a general cutoff, which is 95 percentile for all its courses. Then, based on your interview performance and your CAT score, a list is disclosed, which tells that you converted the PGDM course or PGDM HR or PGDM IM. So the cutoff is common for all the courses. Pratap, there is no extra benefit which you will get for master's degree. Samyukta, no scope for course in public health administration. We will keep it for a different session, which will be test dedicated, because we have a lot more people who are aiming for public health and they are applying only for tests. So this is not the right session to address that. SIBM Bangalore is okay-ish. You could have it as a backup, as I said, if you have work experience up to 2 years. Ronit, but you will need mocks. You cannot just go by testnet mocks and assume that you will crack snap as well. You need to practice snap level mocks. Right? Yes, snap is a 2-hour examination. Snap is a 2-hour examination, Aditi. Again, till last year. Cutoff for NITI Mumbai is 97 to 98 percentile year to year. IIT Bombay again around 98 percentile. Aditi, you can get into SIBM Pune with less work experience also. They even have freshers up to 15% in the batch. So not having a work ex or having less work ex is no barrier to get into SIBM Pune, Aditi. Okay. Any more questions, anyone? Tushar, we will have the sessions. Those exams are pretty late, so it will take us some time to get into those sessions. That session we will keep in August. There is no difference when you sit for placements, Harshit. In India, PGDM is considered equivalent to MBA. The only difference comes when you want to apply for PhD abroad. If you don't plan to go for PhD abroad, there is going to be no difference. Udeshya, no, you know, as I said, up to 15% of people in SIBM Pune are freshers. It's not tough at all. It's more about showing them the clarity that why do you want to do MBA as a fresher. If you have very low past academics, there will be a bit of hamper in all the colleges, but again, with a good PI answer you can support that. More importantly is you need to score high in the examination so that you can go out and defend your past low academics. Yes, Shibashish, there will be such sessions on tests. Yes, Pranav, both NITI and IIT is they take people without work experience also. Divya, no, you can go for both marketing or finance. It's completely okay. You can explore both the areas. If you are good with maths, probably finance is also something which you could try. But if you are a more of an extrovert person with with socializing and strong communication skills, you could probably prefer marketing. NITI accepts only CAT score. NITI accepts only CAT score. Okay. Any more questions, anyone? Cutoff for general is in the range of 97.5 percentile on an average. So 97.5 to 98 will be the typical cutoff. And NITI also has sectional cutoffs, which is approximately around 90 percentile per section. OBC cutoff will be in the range of 93, 94. Pranav. So NITI is a government college, and that's where you have reservations and all. EWS, I'm not aware of the cutoff. I don't expect it to be more than 1 percentile less than that of general. So if general is around 97.5, 98, expect EWS to be at least 96 plus. I will, in future, we will arrange a session of all of you with NITI admission committee. Since I'm the alum of NITI, I can get the admission committee to talk to you. But once the application forms of NITI are out, then you can ask all these doubts to them also. Even I was a part of admission committee of NITI when I was there in the college. Great. Any more questions? Aditi, I would say that try to attempt around 15 questions in quant and try to maximize your score to take it to 90 using verbal and LR. But aim for around 15 to 20 marks in the quant section. Even if you can get 15 correct, and with 100% accuracy, 15 marks are good enough for you to get 75 in other two sections and take the overall score to 90. Great. So I hope I could answer some of your doubts. I have given you some clarity about SNAP and what colleges you should be aiming for. Udeshya, analyze. Analyze the RCs you are getting wrong. See what kind of questions are you getting wrong. Are they factual based questions, inference based questions? Try to identify the reason and work on them. You can ping me on WhatsApp later on once you have done your analysis that what kind of questions are you doing wrong and what kind of questions are you doing correct, and then I can help you with the strategy. Aditi, yes, negative marking is there in Snap. There is 25% negative marking. But in the 5 non-MCQ questions of quant, there is no negative marking. Okay, great. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining the session on Sunday afternoon. Highly appreciate. I hope the session was of some to you. A quick session, but I hope I could provide you some info and some knowledge, which would help you going forward when you apply for SNAP and when you plan for SNAP preparation. Thank you, everyone.